I'm going to quickly break down how to do the single arm kettlebell hike clean. In this instance, I'll also add a press in there since we're going to be using this move to prepare us for the snatch. But the hike clean can be a really difficult movement for people to get, and it's because of one big thing, which is that we're allowing the bell to travel in the horizontal vector. So we're swinging it behind us. The bell is traveling horizontally. And then we're used to, from here, letting it continue in that horizontal pattern, swinging up into a swing, okay? So a lot of times a single arm swing can be a lot easier than doing a hike clean for that reason. When we're doing a hike clean, it has to go from traveling horizontally behind the legs to vertically, right? Pulling it up into the rack. And people can kind of let the momentum slow down. The biggest mistake I see people make is that they let the hips slow way down, and then they've got to use the arm. They do this big bicep curl to get it up. They arch the low back. All of this stuff starts to happen. That's unnecessary. What I want you to think about when you're doing a hike clean is just pretend you're doing a swing. All of that power you need in the hips when the bell continues to travel horizontally out in front of us, you have to apply that same power to the clean. So we hike, clean. Nothing changes. The hips have to give you that same amount of power. So let me show you really quickly here. Hike, clean. Hike, clean. The other issue I see people have is transitioning into the next rep. So the biggest mistake here is that people will throw the bell out in front of them. It's called casting the bell. And what I want you to think about instead is just letting gravity help you out here. Let gravity take the bell down. Elbow is going to stay pinned to my body. That's a really big cue. So if the elbow lifts up and we throw the bell out, then we've gotten ourselves into this predicament where we're too far forward and we've got to correct it. And we oftentimes throw it back out, cast it out again in order to re-clean. And then we get this big thump on our forearm. And that's why people say, ow, kettlebells hurt my forearm. But if we just let the bell drop down the body without letting the elbow leave our side, boom, it's right back in that horizontal position, and then we can really smoothly clean it up again. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is what I don't want to see, right? When we cast it away from our bodies, now we've got it. It's really painful. It's really uncomfortable. But if I just let it drop, look at my elbow. See how my elbow stays really tight to my side the whole time? That's what we want to see. And then in this exercise, I can also add a press above head if you're working on getting that snatch and getting the comfortability with the horizontal and vertical movements in one. So give it a try.